Good morning, everyone. Sitting here at a park with running water. Over here trying to get over my fears. I said that I wanted to do a big YouTube video because of, I guess, after going through the spiritual awakening, you kind of realize what's real and what isn't. And then the journey starts where, you kind of figure out what you do want, what you don't want, and you start looking into the past and finding out that everything that happened to you is for a reason, and the reason that it happened to you was to make you who you are today, which is that's an awakening to consciousness. Consciousness is you. You are nothing but a version of consciousness. So it's about how conscious you are about your reality. You know, it's not really any different than that. I mean, some of us go through more mild spiritual awakenings, and some of us more profound, like wanting to die, death of a family member, you know. I mean, but I guess when you look at it, if you look at the death itself, regardless of whether it's an ego death, personal death, something tragic that's happened in your life, that's a piece of you that needed to die in order for you to figure out who you are. Because we're all one and the same. We never lose a family member. We're eternal. You know, if, like they say, there's only now, right? If you live in the present, if you live in the present, then you're living in the now. If you think about the past, then the past becomes now, and you get to feel everything about your past in the now as you're thinking about it, because you're the creator of your own world. Your world, it's about your perception. So if you start thinking about the future, and you're thinking about all the delicious things that you could do for yourself in the future from this one moment, that's happening now. You know, that's why they tell you it's important to be. It's to be what it is, to be that flow, to be that expression, that art expression of consciousness that you really are. You were put on this earth for a reason. You were here to do great things. you know you're here to be yourself, which I guess we sell ourselves short because we think that we have to be a certain way, that we have to be a millionaire, that we have to be a model citizen, that we have to be someone that takes care of everyone. We put all these responsibilities on ourselves, but we don't realize that we're just doing it to ourselves. According to what you learn along the path, is that when your soul becomes a part of this body, which it is always and forever, you have a certain set of goals that you've already been predetermined to want to do. Something to get over in this lifetime, because let's face it, we are all eternal, all right? And we can get bored really easy, so what are we all about? Well, if you think about the universe, everything starts from the middle and expands, right? So you are expansion. You are forever expanding, forever changing. You know, when you don't want to change, notice that your life just becomes hell, simply because of the fact that you're not willing to change, because the universe is constantly expanding. There's different things being thrown at you at all times, you know? So your unwillingness to change is actually your resistance to what is, because everything is energy. And why are you creating a resistance if you're energy? Why? Because you think that things are a way that aren't, and you're not going with the flow. And that's why this happens. This is why people want to do these things. People just harm each other in unconscious ways. This is why it's the explanation for everything. Okay? All behavior, all styles of behavior, all manifestations of thought, which are addiction, grief, guilt, envy, literally, the end goal, the list goes on. Infinite. We are infinite. So we're in the land of infinite possibilities. We're in the space of infinite possibilities. You know, there's no reason to be stressed out about anything, simply because of the fact that you're a timeless being. You're having an experience on earth, right? And you're here to enjoy yourself. If you have family, love them. If you have a job, love that. If you don't love that job, go love another one. Go love what you do. Whatever it is that you do, it's about loving, being happy, and enjoying what it is that you do, regardless of what it is. Now, granted, if you look at the dark ages of time, the dark ages of time have told you something different. If you look at modern society is telling you different, but that is not our way. They are expressing themselves, but they're expressing themselves unconsciously because they are unaware of who they really are, which is part of the game here. It's the game of Maya, the illusion of the self, right? If you look it up, there's a 56-minute documentary on Samadhi. There's also a documentary on Gaia.com, which is Inner Worlds, Outer Worlds. There's Samadhi 2. Those Samadhis can be found both on YouTube. You know, you would have to get a Gaia subscription or find a friend with Gaia that has a story of Inner Outer Worlds. They have a lot of very insightful, unbiased stuff on there. I wouldn't get too involved in anything simply because of the fact that you already know everything, right? What you can do is you can use that website to expand who you really are, to expand the understanding of who you really are, because it's important, right? Now, granted, you know, a lot of people go different paths. They go into their, you know, they awaken spiritually somehow, and then they say, oh, well, I'm a witch. Oh, I'm a channel. I'm a medium. I'm a psychic. You know, I'm a fairy. I'm a elf. I'm an ogre. Okay. Those are all manifestations of our mind. They're all manifestations of our imagination. What we are is energetic beings, okay? We are light beings, all right? And when I say light being, to give you an example, if you've ever had goosebumps, okay? If you've ever had goosebumps or an adrenaline rush or something that makes you really happy and really hyper, you know, that makes you tingle all inside, that is your light emanating from your being, okay? Everybody's got a science, has got an explanation that it's all the adrenal glands activate and this and that, blah, 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 blah. Everything is energy. So when you excite energy, it becomes brighter and more intense. And this is why you have these physical reactions. Okay? Don't get it twisted. Science in itself is something that breeds limitations on truth and understanding. And eventually that'll evolve to the point where where it will go hand in hand and everything will come into balance, all right? And it'll be a lot more harmonious, you know? Everybody will get along better. Everybody will start to understand better. And it all starts with each and every individual. It all starts with you, you know? The more balanced and in tune you are with yourself, because you're everywhere, okay? Your DNA has a certain frequency that's tuned in to consciousness. So we're all unique simply because of the fact that the way we've evolved with planetary energy, the influences of planetary energy, the time of day, the time of the sun, the time of the moon, you know, evolutionary astrology. Very insightful on unconscious manifestation. In other words, what happens to you when you're not in tune, you're automatically affected by all the energies around you, including people, including walking into like a Wally World, a Walmart. When you walk into a Walmart, all of a sudden you're having anxiety, 15 minutes later, or 5 minutes later, or 10 minutes later, and you don't know why. Why do I go to Walmart and suffer from anxiety? That's because the overall energy of that building has maintained anxiety in it because nobody clears the positive. And nobody goes in there with positive energy and clears it out unless you are aware of your true nature, which is you are light and you breathe light everywhere. You take it everywhere with you. You are light. When you're balanced and in tune, you're not part of the darkness anymore, which is light, which is the unseen. And it's just as loving as it is this daylight that's hitting my face. The darkness and the light are all one and the same. It's not about shadow work. It's not about the underworld. It's not about doomsday. It's not about any doom and gloom whatsoever, because those are just scenarios that you've created for yourself in this illusion, right? Because the illusion is what you're looking at right now, because you think that this is real and it's always going to be this way and it's never going to change because I'm a human being and this is the way that things go. That's not true. That's not true at all. Okay? And little by little, I guess, as more and more, as I get the balls and the fortitude to do these videos, because literally I'm getting over my fear right now. So I'm just talking about anything that comes up, you know? And I'll have a tendency to just change what the fuck I'm talking about from literally from one snap to the other. I'll try to stay focused on what I'm talking about, but really, this is all about expression. This is about you being you and you doing what you love, which is being. Because every day when you wake up and you first open your eyes, that's a blessing. You're breathing, you're awake, you're aware, and you're also in tune. At that moment, when you open your eyes and nothing really is going on but silence, you are in your true state of being. You are pure positive energy, right? And as you go through the day, you say, oh, fuck, I got to brush my teeth, and I got to do this, and I got to do that, and fuck, I got to go to the office today, and I got to be there, or I'm going to be late, and I got to get the kids ready, and blah, 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 blah. You lose yourself. You lose yourself almost completely, to the point where you have to find your way back in a day. This is the fun. This is the fucking fun. Because you literally lose your shit at one point during the day. No questions asked. Because you're unconscious of your environment. You don't, as the sun peaks, everything becomes more intense. Because the sun energy between like 12 and 5 o'clock is kicking ass, depending on where you live. So everything's much more intensified. The heat's intensified. So you can even, it's really a really good indicator of when it gets really hot in the afternoon. That means that the energy's cranking. Everybody's cranking. You know what I'm saying? Whether if it's not in their physical body, it's in their mind, right? Everything's a pattern. Everything's a pattern. Everything's a pattern. Okay? There's a frequency to everything. Everything is vibration. The universe is sound. The list goes on. So here we are, walking around like a bunch of fucking robots. You know what I'm saying? Flowing with this energy unconsciously, and literally suffering the consequences from it because we're unaware of what we are. You know what I'm saying? It's the funniest thing ever, to have these realizations, as you go along, becoming more and more conscious. It's like, okay, well, damn, Jose, you're really out there, bro. You scare me. And it's like, dude, I scare myself. You have no idea what it's like to be me, to be aware of this beauty that we are, dude, because honestly, we came from the earth, man. There were millions of particles in space that came into this earth millions of years ago that all took their necessary step in evolution to be able to evolve a human being, right? And there's going to be a lot of people that say, oh, well, God created the universe. Fine. Oh, Buddha said, no, that's fine. All the deities in all the history of religions are all acceptable, because if it wasn't for them, I would not be making this video right now. If it wasn't for them, you wouldn't be breathing. You know what I'm saying? You'd be something else. Maybe a gas giant, like a planet, a star, dark matter. That's not really dark. It's just our invisible energetic self that nobody can see. Once you come to the understanding of all that is, dude, it's so much more fun to live your life, because you understand that you're not just nothing but you're nothing but the universe experiencing itself in human form. So as above, so below. And so below, as above. This is one big party. All right? This is one big party, because all that energy that's out there, all that energy that you're breathing in, and all the energy that you can feel around you, that's all you. And each and every atomic particle that's around you is you. And it's all love. And it's very positive. It's very uplifting. Literally, some of the conversations that I have with myself, you know what I'm saying? Because everything is me. So some of the conversations that I have with myself are so beautiful, because If you've ever had anybody rooting for you to be somebody in your life, it's the universe. It is all the motivation that you could ever need in this lifetime or any other one. It is divine. It is delicious. You should devour it. You should savor it. That is the beauty of this gift, you know? And I wanted to share with all of you because, it's been something that I've been resisting for a very long time. When I became spiritually awake, I had my little, how do you little, there's a stupid word for it, so whatever, I'm not even going to say it. So anyway, I started my adventure, full moon in the eclipse last year, fucking going to see some really cool people, understanding their imbalances and mine as well. And then, end up hating each other for it, and now love each other for it, loving each other for it, simply because of the fact that we wouldn't be who we are, if we didn't have these experiences to understand what this is really all about. So everything is necessary. Don't think that this is just, everything happens for a reason. There's no such thing as coincidences. There's only alignment. There's only alignment. Are you aligning with your true self or not? Are you balanced and in tune with yourself? Are you eating healthy? Are you taking care of yourself? You know what I'm saying? Everything's communication. Are you taking the necessary steps to communicate with yourself, which is all that is, to be the best expression of yourself today, now? I can't tell you how beautiful this gift is. And I don't want you to envy it, because envy is fear, and it's a manifestation of the mind, which is a thought. And we don't have to think. We already know all this shit. We know this. This is us. This is who we are. And the more and more, I guess I'll speak publicly, the more and more you're going to realize, dude, go outside, look at the sun. The sun is you. Look at your toes. Look at the ground that you're walking on. That's you. Okay? The trees, you. The grass, you. The concrete, you. Everything that we think is you. All right? It's all you. So whether you're feeling it, you're thinking it, you're breathing it, you're stepping on it, that's you. So, what's my recommendation? Live with integrity and take care of you, which is everything. Do you have to go out of your way to do it? No. Enjoy it lovingly, unconditionally. Enjoy it. Look at this. You see that? The universe is love. And all this is here for you. God's gift to mankind, I guess they say. You're all one and the same. You're all made in His image. Its image. A lot of people probably give me shit about this, but I don't care. It doesn't matter. I'm allowed to speak my mind just like everybody else in this world. If you could tell somebody to go fuck off across the street because you don't like their attitude, all right, then I shouldn't have a problem saying this, all right? If you can walk into a shopping mall and look at somebody who's not perfect and say, oh my God, you're whatever, placing judgment on another individual, you just think about the fact that you're placing judgment on yourself. You learn to see things in a different light because you're all human beings. We're all human beings. We are all human beings, so therefore we are all one and the same, only unique by our form. The universe is also the same. Am I promoting oneness? Am I, why, blah, blah, blah? No, dude. You see the smile on my face? That's what this is about. All right? Enjoying being you and expressing yourself and doing whatever it is that your little heart content for. And, it's like some people just wake up and they're like, oh my God, I need another job. It happened to me. I was a mechanic for 20 something years, bro. Drinking myself into a fucking hole, because I was just resisting who I really was, man. And it took a toll on me. I created some really bad fucking habits that I'm not that I'm not particularly fond of, but I understand that they're just habits and they're manifestations of the mind. So when there's no mind, there's no habit. When there's no thought, there's no thing. Identification, there's no identification. So does it matter who you really are? Yes, inside. Definitely, most definitely. And all it takes is for you to open your eyes and see the beauty that is you. That's the awakening. It's for you to realize who you really are. People put names, titles, descriptions, words, each one for cognizing, but also each one with its limitation. Because you can't have one without the other. Without no left. Without left, there is no right. Without no up, there is no down. Without no human, there isn't gravity. You know what I'm saying? So it's just beautiful having this understanding about and being in tune with all this. You can talk to trees, you can talk to animals, just like you talk to people. You can talk to the earth. And it's all gratitude. And the reason that we speak to each other is out of gratitude. Because everything is unconditional love, so whether you're conscious of it or not, you're still doing things out of love. So get over it. Is it okay for you to feel certain ways? Absolutely. That's part of the human experience. Is it okay for you to go out, just literally judging people? No, because you're just judging yourself. So I don't recommend it. But you can go out there and experience it. That's the beauty of life, And you don't have to figure it out all in one lifetime, even though it's possible. But get ready for that ride, It's one of the reasons why I'm doing this. It's because I guess one of the questions that came up during the awakening process was just like, well, how far are you willing to take this? And there was no question. I said, all the way. We'll get into the human ego, we'll get into manifestation, we'll get into the mind, we'll get into law of attraction, we'll get into household goods, we'll get into energy, principles of energy. We'll get into what we call here on Earth Reiki, which is just basically a channeling of energy. So Reiki in itself is a beautiful practice, but it has its limitations simply because of the fact that you're putting a limit on a limitless being. So we'll get into that. Everybody can do Reiki, Everybody can do Reiki, There's a little bit of discipline and responsibility that goes along with it, but it's a lot easier than you think, One of the reasons why we don't surpass ourselves in a lifetime is because we put limitations on ourselves, So whatever discontent that you've acquired during a lifetime, when you die, you just let it go and you come back and do it all over again and evolve and expand. So it doesn't matter. You're perfect just the way you are. You can't add to what is already full. You know what I'm saying? You were complete when you got here. You're going to be complete when you leave here. And you're going to be complete when you're not here. So Never before in mankind's history have we had this opportunity that we were aware of. This is a golden opportunity for us to take the next step in evolution and change the way we see the world by changing ourselves. And I'm talking about each and every one of us. You know, this is on a, never mind that, okay, the universe is us. So you could say it's on a global scale because we're just all part of the same globe, you know? So what do you want to do? Do you want to fight it? Do you want to go with it? Do you want to enjoy it? Do you want us to drag you kicking and screaming? Because you're going. You know what I'm saying? So the faster you get over it, you know, the need to control, the need for power, struggle, which is no need whatsoever, but it's part of the experience. You're more than welcome to enjoy it. Or put yourself in a position where you turn with the earth and the earth doesn't turn you. Where you turn with the universe and the universe doesn't turn you. Because we are all one and the same. In there lies the answers to all things. No thing. Identify with no thing. Because you're already full. You were born complete. You were always complete. The journey is, when you take a form, is to either be that completeness or find it. It's growth, it's expansion. It's the reason why you plant something in the ground. It comes out of the darkness to light. It seeds, it spreads, it freaking comes up, the fields of it. Then fields turn into cities, and the cities turn into worlds. Stars turn into galaxies, same thing. There's nothing different. Nothing different. It's only unique by its expression and its form. Tell me how you feel now, having that understanding. Can you feel the peace coming from you? Can you feel your body vibrating? Does it make you tingle when I speak these words? You know what I'm saying? I don't know many people with the balls to do this. You know what I'm saying? Because I guess we're all designed to do something. You know? And I guess I was designed to just say it this way. And somebody else will say it another way. And somebody else will say it another way. But it doesn't matter. It's so we can grow. And stop being so fucking negative. Because there's no fucking point in it. You know what I'm saying? There's no point in it whatsoever. You're missing out on everything that is you simply because of the fact that you can't get out of your head. That is an excuse. When you go and you ground yourself, and I'm talking about anywhere. I'm talking about in your office. Take crystals, man. Take a piece of earth with you that brings you joy, peace, and happiness. Put it in your pocket. Wear it on your neck. I encourage contact because this is a feeling experience. You know, go out, get something, hang it on your neck. Now, granted, yeah, I don't need to hang it on. I'm right next to the river. I'm good. You know, I don't have to worry about 10 million people coming over here going, the fuck are you looking at? Or, oh my God, look at that guy. He's so skinny. Or, you know, something crazy, whatever. You know, look at him. You know, he's got hair coming out of his ears, or he's got a long fingernail. I don't give a fuck. I don't. It's how they perceive things, you know. It's how they look at it. Oh, look at that guy. He's wearing glasses. He's blind. Judgment. No, it's not necessary. It's not necessary at all. As a matter of fact, the way that you're living your life, I'm going to say a couple people that come on this and actually watch this video. This is the game changer right here, buddy. All right? His, her, female, male, all one and the same. Doesn't matter. Okay? Either you're a feminine expression or a masculine expression of energy. Or you're both one and the same. So it doesn't matter. Whatever you identify with. All right? Gauging? No. All right? just some people are more in tune with their feminine side than they are their masculine side because they're both. All right? Both. So let that one soak in. All right? Because you being scared of any ethnicity, any gender, okay, it's ridiculous. People are designed to be here and express themselves and love each other in any way, shape, or form. Believe it or not, as archaic as it has been in the past, there's way much more discipline now and responsibility that we take for each other. You know what I'm saying? We're aware of each other's feelings. I don't think we should sue each other for it. But the fact that we're actually communicating is expansion, it's evolution. Now, in the beginning, it's always that rush, you know, it's like, you know, it's like, we need to spearhead this community that we have, and everybody has to do it this way because they need to become aware, and you literally go on an unconscious ride, you know, waving your flag everywhere, going, hey, this is us, look at us, and then, hey, guess what? It's normal. You're getting excited and it's beautiful but you're also breeding the negative aspect of this. You're also breeding it. You're actually bringing the hate to your unconscious love. Okay, you're attracting it because they don't understand your happiness. They don't understand your wholeness and your goodness and your fullness of being comfortable of who you are. You're actually bringing the shit to you so it can understand and vibrate at the same level of happiness, but they're unconsciously aware of you attracting them because we are light. And we all rise together in one way, shape, or form. Okay? That's the beauty. This is magic. This is us. All right? It's perfect. So whether you have this image in your mind that you are somehow incomplete because you are missing something, your heart and soul is sacred. Your heart and soul is what made you, is what made this, is why the water runs. You are complete, you are missing nothing. You are on a human adventure and you are expressing yourself the best way you understand how. Isn't that beautiful? That's beautiful, isn't it? Take a minute, you know, breathe that in because that's you. Everybody's looking for that gift. Everybody's looking for that winning lottery ticket. Everybody's looking for that big fish. Everybody's looking for that excitement, that true excitement that you really are. Everybody's looking for that. And they're trying to figure out how to get it. And the reality of it is that you are it. Accept who you are. And enjoy it. And understand that you can't have one without the other. You're a walking duality anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because you are a manifestation of the universe. If you understand that you are the universe, it's the universe experiencing itself. That's duality. So you're always going to be in duality. Well, not always. But, you know, when you're transitioning, it's a different story. And that's when you go, you know? But you don't really die. So what the fuck is the point of worrying about it? You know? I mean, look at lemmings. I have no idea. But I think if I focused hard enough, I'd figure it out. Because the Akashic Records is basically you. So it's just basically a recording in one little particle that's you about what this all is, and we're all a part of it. So there's nothing that you really need to know after that, because you already know everything. you know some people are going to identify with a lot of things that are coming out of my mouth, and some people won't. Some people will dismiss this as some kind of human dream, right? But the dream is you. You are the dream. That's why you were made. Because somebody had a thought. Somebody had a thought and an idea. It's like, hey, let's design something that can autonomously create itself. Ta-da! There's another realization for you. So, if you want to think about it, you're the leading edge on expansion because you're aware of it. You're leading edge technology, bro. Everything that is being made externally is nothing but technology from you. Computer, Wi-Fi, internet, light bulbs, speakers, food processing, energetic processing, resistance, non-resistance, flow, movement. Come on. Do you guys understand what I'm saying or what? Because it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy, believe it or not. And they're going to be the naysayers that are going to be like, oh, well, you're telling me I got to think about nothing. Oh, how can I think about nothing? Because this sucks, and politics this, and fuck. Dude, you're putting way too much pressure on yourself, dude. It doesn't matter. It matters, but it doesn't matter. It's duality. You take what you want to take seriously, whether you fucking realize it or not. It's a big joke. The person that's laughing is you. You're laughing at yourself and you don't even know it because you're getting frustrated, and it's like, it's beautiful because it's life, it's expression. It's like, oh my God, look at this guy. He's out of his fucking mind. Absolutely. That's the point. The point is to be out of your mind. That's fucking leading edge right now. It's technology, man. It's the reason why technology has evolved. It's the reason why people have gotten the fortitude to do certain things. It's everything. It's everything. Get out of your fucking head. Learn how to meditate. Yoga. Ride a bike. Go swimming. Singular focus. All right? It starts with you and it expands. The universe starts in the center and then expands. Ta-da! There are many beautiful classifications and identifications that we can. Every word has its limit and its success. Every word. So whatever you want to call yourself, all right? Because there's many names, all right? And I'm not going to get into the names because I don't want to piss anybody off. You know what I'm saying? Because I actually just have reached the point of understanding where I know that it's just not something that I need to identify with. You're all magic, all right? You all could take it as far as you want to take it, all right? You all can help the world, the entire world, the universal world, so much if you just tell this to shut the fuck up. You see? I've paid somewhat of a hefty price to have this level of understanding because it breeded a lot of suffering. Before I understood numerology and its purpose, astrology and its purpose, human consciousness and its purpose, global consciousness and its purpose, and then just singular consciousness and that's purpose. It breeds a lot of thoughts, a lot of understanding, a lot of subconscious training for the mind that you have to constantly, you have to undo, you have to unfuck yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's things that you have to declassify, deprogram from your mind, eliminate the evolutionary chain of thought that is you and bring it back down here to where you can see it for what it is. You know, look at every tree. In every tree, there's about just as many roots, if not more, than branches. Everything is balance. Balance is you. You know, everything is balance. The earth is balance. Planets are balance. Everybody's got their unique play and balance. The more balanced and in tune we are, just think about it, you know, on a global scale alone. You know, for humanity, let's start with your neighbors, you know, which is humanity, but you'll get there. When you change the way that you look at things, things around you change. To give you an example, you know, I'm here in Idaho, and when the first time I was here, I had, you know, I noticed that so many people, there's a train coming, so we're going to work around that. All right, this is the train, and it's just so fitting that this train is here because this is your wake-up call. This is your awakening that doesn't have to be profound to where you have to suffer from your lack of understanding, right? And I don't mean to point, but can you feel it? Can you feel it? Yeah, that's energy. Yeah, that's you. That's you. So, anyways, I don't want to get off sidetrack, but which I already did, you know, because I was screwing around, but I was having fun. So, you know, it's easy for me to get lost. And I guess we're going to give a moment for this beautiful locomotive that runs on diesel fuel and electricity that can be easily, or kerosene, and it could be easily run on hemp fuel and not be hemp fuel and hemp oil. All right, it won't damage the earth. You hear that? And won't damage the earth, not one fucking bit, because they're using an organic fuel and organic lubrication. Did you know that cooking oil is actually thicker than motor oil? We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. But and we're gonna get to the many uses of hemp. I mean, we're gonna get out there, man, because this is all, you know, if I spend so much time thinking, then why not share it? And why not, how do you say, we're gonna like revisit concepts that's already been created and then take it to the next level, because abundance is everywhere. Your energy, so it's everywhere. So it's like, all right, well, shouldn't you be benefiting from this? I am right now as I speak. Liberation, freedom, right? All the money in the world, I already know I can have. All the money in the world, I already know I can have because it's everywhere. Do I want that? No. Will it be nice? Yes. You know? What can I say? I don't know, you know? But what I do know is I want to say this. I want to talk, you know? I love talking. But I can't find a lot of people to talk to, so here's the internet. There's millions of people here, billions of people here. Well, why not? Troll me, I don't give a fuck, you know? But one of these things that I'm saying throughout this whole thing, if you're completely resistant to common sense, which isn't so common, which we understand, it's okay, you know? We love you too, you know? One thing that you've listened to out of this whole thing is going to change your life forever. Forever. You're gonna be like, damn, man, that's right. That makes sense. You're cool, man. You know, or you're an asshole, man. But the majority, I'm not worried about. I'm not worried about it either way. The point is that I did this. And this is what I wanted to do. And this is what makes me happy. This is what fills me with joy, makes me light up like the white light that I understand that I am really, you know. You might not see it, but I do. It's right there, behind those trees, in the sky, warming this planet, letting it know that it loves you just as much as I do, because I am it, and it is you. We can do this all day. All day. I guess that's one of the points of being, you know, it's like there's a spiritual master, right? We have all these identifications. And then there's the architect, right? The architect is the master. And the creator. And the manifester. Right? We're all architects. All right? We create. That's what we are. And what's part of my purpose? You know, my purpose is to speak to all of you. And do it lovingly, fully, and unbiasedly. Because it's our true state of being. It's here to not only be an expression, but an example of human consciousness and love without conditions. Because there isn't a person that I don't love here. There isn't a piece of energy that I don't love, you know, because it's all creation. We've created this for ourselves. And we all, every single individual, is capable of undoing all that we perceive to be wrong, is by understanding that it's not wrong. It's all right. There's no such thing as a mistake. Look at energy. All right? It swims between polarities like alternating current. It's in the air. It's everywhere. You know? You know, take care of yourselves. Take the time for yourselves every day. To do nothing. Moms, dads, you gotta find that time because you're timeless. And don't think that you could do it. I'll do it during the week. I'll do it on the weekend. No. Every day. Because everything exists now. There is only now. There is only now. Can you feel that? I didn't script this. I didn't write this. I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it. On the way here, I'm over here having a panic attack. Oh shit, maybe I should get some flashcards or get some flashcards and, repeat what I say. And I was, it's like you're overthinking. Stop. There's no reason for you to think when you already know. Just let it flow. And that's what I'm doing. I'm finally letting it flow. In the contrary to much resistance, much suffering, resistance, suffering, same thing, except that suffering is more energetically, you know what I'm saying? If you think about it as resistance, if you could feel that, for those of you who are intuitive and in tune with your heart chakra, just like think about it. It's like resistance, suffering. Suffering hurts. Resistance is understanding and acceptance. All branches out, all one and the same. All branches out, all one and the same. Oh, and I have a great spin on learning how to use your human being. As far as your intuition is concerned, of course, we did touch on astrology and numerology. All guides. All guides. There's signposts everywhere, like Eckhart Tolle, whatever. If I say his name wrong, it doesn't matter. He knows. It's just an expression. So, I'd love to meet him someday. And a couple other spiritual masters. Just even though that I could probably meet him in my head. Mr. Carey, Jim Carrey, if you're out there, thank you for making me feel like I could be whole again, and I didn't have to hide it from anyone, Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. But anyway, as we go along, and as I come out with these videos, we're just going to talk about anything that comes up. And I just wanted to put myself out there and let everybody know that you're all beautiful human beings. And I appreciate each and every one of you, and I appreciate this earth very much. And I think we need to make more of a conscious effort to show our appreciation to all that is us and all that is the earth, and revolutionize industry to make this world a better place. I think we should all step up, on a unified level, because we're all unified and we're all connected, to make this world the best place that it could possibly be, And, if we could end world hunger with 4 pills, Huel, company Huel, can you hear me? 4 pills. You could end world hunger in 4 pills. All right? At certain times of the day, for people that are starving in the middle of nowhere, and all they need is clean water. And that could be done with a solar panel, 2 electrodes, some water, and some sediment. All right? There are many water purification protests out there. Look at India, copper vessel. Appreciate the water overnight. Then the water is palatable to drink because it's in its natural state of being. What happens to you when you wake up in the morning? When you go to sleep, what are you doing? You're sleeping in gratitude. You're releasing all that negative energy or whatever it is that you've absorbed during that day, you release, and then you wake up in the morning and you are pure positive energy. Water is a living thing. We are all one and the same. How are we any different? I believe it's Sadhguru has said it, You won't see an Indian walking around with a water bottle. How are we any different? Climate? No. We just react differently to the energy that we're being exposed to. So you can learn a lot from people that hold water as sacred. Hold the elephant as sacred, because the animal is sacred. The animal is you. Water is sacred. Earth is sacred. Fire is sacred. Energy is sacred. We are all divine. Everything is divine. So the more we learn to appreciate it, the more we enjoy it, we evolve, and we expand. See? I just expanded, and so did you. Toodles.